For those of you who don't know me as Flareon64, my name's Kenny, and I've not made a video in a while, so this video is for all the subscribers that I have who have not seen a video of mine in a while, and for all my friends who are watching this via Facebook or any other website. This video is basically for you guys and for everyone else who has supported me and my club, my anime club, and for all you YouTubers who have seen my videos, and all my YouTube friends, and everyone else that I know. All you otakus. This is for all the otakus, all the anime lovers, everything. It's all for you guys. So, what I want to talk about today is starting your own anime club. It's something that a lot of people have wanted to do at their schools. If you are watching this and you've always wanted to start an anime club, then, you know, what I have to say is go for it. Just go for it. I'm going to explain a little bit about my club first, and then I'll explain to you what you should definitely try to do for your own club. So, basically, I started my anime club in 10th grade, so about 2 years ago now. Almost 3. No, yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, and it was very small at first. The thing is that I had thought about it. I was like, what's a way I can get all my friends who love anime all together when we cannot hang out together outside of school? Like, when can we get together and watch anime and just have fun? So I thought about, hey, why don't I start an anime club? Because apparently before I had started mine, there had already been one, but it wasn't very successful. It was kind of lame, basically. So what I did was I was talking to one of my teachers. I was asking her, hey, would you be able to be our club sponsor? Would you be able to let us use a room for a club I want to start? And she said, sure, what's it about? I explained to her what it was. At first she thought I meant like animation that we make like on the computer, but then I was like, no, I'm talking about Japanese animation, known as anime. So I explained to her what it was. She seemed cool with it. She was like the nicest teacher ever. So she let me use her room. I put some posters around, even though I wasn't supposed to, without permission from the vice principal or the assistant or whoever it was. And basically, after that, I started telling other people, like, I told club members, like the first couple club members that came, I told a couple of my friends. I told some people that I sort of didn't know. I just let people know. I let people know about the club. Put posters up. First thing I showed for the first day of club was the first Bleach movie, and it did attract some attention. I only had, on that first day of club, only had about less than 10 people, maybe about 7 of us. So it wasn't that big. It was only like 7 of us watching the movie, and it was still fun. You know, I talked to the class, said, hey, this is the first anime club meeting and all this, and I'll be showing the Bleach movie. And back then, all we had was this DVD player that I used to bring in and connect to the outlet on the wall to show the Bleach movie and anything else I had to show. So we evolved later on from that. My teacher got her own DVD Blu-ray player that she had in the room, and we would use that still for DVDs instead of bringing in my own tiny DVD player that I had. And we were limited at first. We did not have that many members in the beginning. The most members we had in that room was probably around 10 or so. On certain days when we would show movies. For a while I stopped doing club because I had gotten grounded for something very stupid, and so later on I did start club up again later on within that spring. Now I started my club on February of 2010 and lasted till June of 2010, and in between that, around March or April, I stopped it for a couple weeks, but then I got back to it, and I tried to show what I could by renting some movies off of Netflix, or my friend would bring me some movies from Netflix. So it was very limited. It was kind of hard to find out what to show. But I worked at it, and then the following year, in 2011, 2011. And actually, now that I think about it, it was February 2011 till June 2011. Yeah, it was. That's my mistake. So then this past year, in September of 2011, I started up club again. But my teacher, who had been my sponsor, left, so I had to find someone new, and that was sort of difficult. So, but I did have a new teacher that year. She was a very nice lady. I explained to her what the club was about. She said, "Yeah, let's give it a go." And so I had a new club room, which was a lot bigger than the previous room, because the previous room had been just a normal classroom, but this classroom was a tech room, so it was a lot bigger. And this year we had gotten a lot more people. A lot more people found out about it. Our club became official, and then from now, like nowadays, we have around like 15 to 20 members. The most we've ever had was like almost 20 something, like 25 members is the most we've ever had. So it grew, the club grew. I've been able to show a lot more anime now because the new teacher we have has two computers in our room, so we could use her laptop to show stuff on Netflix and on YouTube and other websites where to show anime on. And so that was able to work out. I was able to show more stuff, and it was awesome. I was glad to be able to expand upon the club. The club's a huge success now. It's recognized. It's an official club in school now because I had it become official after signing papers and stuff at school. And so now we're recognized as a club. The librarians even help us out with like new manga that comes into the library at our school. And we have like become our own society at school. Like, I have my friend Billy, who's my vice president, and my friend Kayla, who's my secretary. And before that, we had another secretary called Sarah. And so me, Billy, and Sarah, we did as much as possible last year for the club. It was really great last year. A couple problems in between that I'm going to explain later on how to start the club and what you might be facing. And but we did what we could. Our club is a success now. I still want to build it up more though, because I still want to do more stuff in it instead of just watching anime. Instead of just watching TV like shows and anime movies and stuff, we wanted to do more. And so sometimes we would play games and do trivia and stuff like that, and talk about some Japanese culture. I'm gonna try to do that more this year. And so hopefully this year will be a lot better. I'm planning something new for the new year. And enough of my story now. What I want to tell you is how to start the club, the difficulties you'll be facing, and just how to handle it. Like, okay, the thing is that you have to be able to believe in the fact that you can start a club. You can't just say, "Oh, I can't start a club because my school is really strict about stuff," or this and that. It's like, because in my school, your club has to have an academic reason behind it. It has to have a reason why we're having it. Like, it can't just be, "Oh, we're hanging out to watch, Japanese animation. We can't, cartoons. We can't, that's what they think." It's like, no, no, no. You have to have a reason behind it. What we've told the school is the reason behind it is to expand upon another culture, teach people about another culture, the Japanese culture, and we have. And I'm gonna try to do that more within the upcoming year. And that's what you have to be able to tell people at school, like, or the adults. Like, first of all, you have to ask a teacher who you trust and who you really enjoy being around with, and talk to them, see if they're available on a certain time of the week that you can have club, and set up a day for each week. Like, I have my club every Wednesday for every week, unless like a holiday comes in or something. But yeah, we have club every Wednesday in the classroom we have now. Our classroom is smaller now again, but it's still pretty big. And you have to find a teacher who you trust, one that can work with you and will always be there to help you out, who can sponsor your club, and that way you have a legit support, a legit club that will be recognized. One other thing is you have to be able to lead the club. You have to have a certain knowledge for the anime club. Just like with anything else, as a leader, you have to be able to have knowledge and lead your club. With my club, I use all the knowledge that I've learned over the past couple of years. The last 5 years that I've liked anime, since I was 13, I've been able to. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about anime and Japan and manga, just all this stuff, this whole new culture that opened up for me because of the internet. And so you have to expand upon that. And even if you don't know, you have to know everything about anime and manga and Japanese culture. You don't have to know everything, but it's good to know a certain amount of stuff. like the word otaku. Otaku means, like in Japan it's sort of like an insult, like, oh, you're like a gross nerd sort of thing. It's something like that. It's an insult, but in America it's used to describe anime fans, and that's people need to know what that is when you go to club. Like I ask every year, hey, okay, does everyone here know what an otaku is? If you don't, I need to explain to you what it is because you're an anime club and you don't know what an otaku is. Um, you have to be able to know what certain meanings are, what certain words are. Like the word OVA, which is sort of like a short movie for an anime series, or like just certain things like Nissan, and like just be able to know enough information to be above the others in club. Like I'm trying to say, oh, be better than everyone else in the club. No, what you're doing is you're leading the club and you're teaching them what you know, and that way, that's how you're recognized as a leader. So if you want to start your club, be comfortable with what you're talking about. Like don't just stand there and be like, hey, we're watching this today. That's it. No, you have to be able to talk with the club, and you have to be able to talk in the first place. If you're very quiet, extremely quiet, you just have trouble talking to people at all, like in front of a group at school, like presenting something. I used to have a lot of trouble with that, and I sometimes still feel a little bit nervous before I present something in school. But with my club, I'm not nervous because I know we all like the same thing, and we're all friends here, so it's not something I'm nervous about. But you have to be able to talk to the group. We do this thing called announcements. We give announcements every week on something that's going on in the anime world or something that we're going to do in club, such as a party. My club is having our Christmas party next week, like we always do, and so we're going to do that again. And hopefully, like I'll get enough people to show up again because we at our parties we usually have a lot of people. But what I want to try to do though is have more people, not just at the parties, but every week. Due to sports and other things that get in the way sometimes. I mean, if you want to do a sport, that's fine, but make sure you still have enough members in club. Like, okay, I kind of got off topic there. Basically, be able to lead the club, accept the fact that not everyone's going to be there. Like some of my friends can't be there because they have track or another sport, and so they can't be there, and that's understandable. It's what they want to do. If they want to be in club, that's cool. Don't be mad at them just because, oh, you're not coming to my club. No, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You still have your regular members coming in. I have my regular members every week. There's a couple who are not there because of track, but for parties they'll show up and stuff. So you will have a group of people that go there every week, and you'll have some that show up every once in a while. The thing is that you still have people coming, and you have to be able to lead this group of people and teach them because there's a lot of noobs that tend to show up for these groups. Every year, the freshmen that I have coming in, they're always the biggest noobs ever, and it's kind of a pain at first. You're like, oh, I have to teach them this, but at the end of the day, it's you like it because you're able to teach something new to a new generation of anime lovers of otakus. And you start talking about conventions and all these other things, and they're like, wow, I'm not the only one who likes anime. There's a whole entire world of people who love anime. That way they won't feel, confined, isolated. The thing with a lot of the members that I have, some of them, like some of the newer ones, they're socially awkward, as in, like, you'd be like, oh, look at the weird kids in club. Yeah, I do have a couple weird kids, but by weird, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just something that my friends say. They're socially awkward, and the reason why is because they've been isolated because they've gotten made fun of because of liking anime and manga and comics or whatever else they might like, and they shouldn't be ashamed of what they like. So the point of my club is to let them know, hey, you don't have to be afraid of liking anime or manga. That's what you love. That's my hobby. Anime has changed my life, and I want to change your life in a positive way as well. It's made me have better friends, better relationships with people, and all this other stuff, and open my eyes to a new world that's very fascinating and a new culture. So that's what the point of the club has to be, to expand upon a culture, help people have new friends, and just tell people, hey, don't be afraid to do this. Don't be afraid to start an anime club. Just the thing, and you're gonna run into problems with people like bashing your club or just like saying something like inappropriate or just like, oh, look at that stupid club, they're watching Japanese porn. No, that's not the thing with it. The thing is, they're just ignorant, okay? They don't know anything about anime or any of the culture. They just think what it, that's what the stereotype is, or it's just cartoons. No, the thing with anime, it's more deep than that, and there's a whole world to it. And what I do with my club, I try to expand upon it and tell people, hey, look at this amazing culture, this amazing world that has developed over the past couple of years. And just don't be afraid to start a club. Don't. Just never be afraid to start something you like. Just, if you love anime, start an anime club. If you love video games, start a video game club. Incorporate the video games with the anime club. I brought in video games before for the club. It's very fun. So just find a teacher you're able to work with. Make sure you get it approved. That way you won't get in trouble. Have an academic reason behind it, such as showing a new culture, and just believe in yourself when you have this club. And don't just do the same thing every day in club. Do games, talk about culture. Do that, because then you'll have new people who know new stuff, and then the next generation will start showing their knowledge to the next club members. Like, I'm a senior, so I'll be leaving soon. So I'm leaving my position as club president to my vice president, Billy. So, and I have total faith in him that he will be able to take care of the club. And so then after that, he'll pick somebody, etc., and all this. So that's the way it goes. I'm very proud of my club. It's one of the dearest things to me. I look forward to it every week, and I just want to let you guys know that don't be afraid to start a club. If you really want to, go for it. It's a great experience. You get to meet a bunch of new people you've never thought might like anime, and you get a lot of new friends, new experiences, all this stuff. If I hadn't started an anime club, I would not have gone to conventions. I would not have met so many of the wonderful people I've met at conventions, and learned so many new things. And it's just an amazing thing. It really is. It might just seem like a club to some people where people meet up and geek out, but it really has changed my life, where I've met so many wonderful people and have so many wonderful experiences. So don't be afraid to start a club, and just go for it. That's all I really gotta say. And that's pretty much the message of today. Just go for it, believe in yourself, have an amazing time starting a club like that, and you'll have the best time of your life with it. That's all I gotta say. See you guys later.